Let's discuss about the reference variable and the object. Okay, so I'll be using the same class which we have created earlier, the product class. Okay, and I'm removing a few fields from this class. So I'm removing this price, color, and brand. Okay, just keeping this name and just keeping this static field. Right. Okay, so I'm removing the methods also, like I don't require this get product price now, and also I don't require this set product price, and let's have this only one static method. Okay, so here, so what we have in this class, so we have the instance variable, that is id, name, static variable, category, and we have one instance method and static method. Now, what we are going to see is that what is the reference in the Java or in the object-oriented programming. Let me explain. So let me go back to the main Java. Here I'm removing everything. Okay, let me remove everything, and let me create the object of product once again. I'm creating a object of product, like product p1 is equal to new product. Okay, right. So here, with the help of reference of p1, I can set any instance member which I have declared over here. So as I have declared, I have declared ID and name. I can set it with the help of p1, right? So I can do like this: that p1 dot ID is equal to, let's say, 1, and p1 dot name is equal to, let's say, ABC. Okay. Similarly, I can create one more object of the product like this, that product p2 is equal to new product. Okay, here what is happening, that these two are different objects of the product. Okay, both would be having a different copy of this instance variable. Okay, let me show you how. That here the instance variable id could be referred with the help of p2. p2 dot id is equal to, let's say, 2, and p2 dot name is equal to, let's say, xyz. Here you can see now in the system there would be two different objects. Okay, let me show you this with the help of diagram. So let me open the PowerPoint. So here I am going to draw that, like assume that we have this heap memory over here. Let's consider this is the heap memory we have. Okay, so what will happen in this heap memory, that we are going to have few objects. Okay, so let's have those objects. So this is the first object. Let's say this is the object which we have created with the help of this line, that is product p1 is equal to new product. Okay, so here let me add a text box. Inside the text box, that I'm going to write a reference. Let's say this is p1. Okay, p1 is referring to this particular object. Okay, and here in this object, that p1 has set few values, like p1 has set the value id that is equal to 1, and name is equal to ABC. Okay, this is the object which is referred by the p1. Okay, let's have one more, that another object is also created like this, that product p2 is equal to new product. Okay, so that p2 has set the value of id and name, that is xyz. Okay, so here it is like this, that the value of id over here is 2, and name is equal to xyz, and this is referred by the reference, that is p2. Okay, so this object has been referred by p2. Okay, so here you can see in the system, this is a Java heap memory. Okay, Java heap memory, we have two objects right now. The one object is over here and another one object is over here. This object has been referred by the reference variable P1 and another object has been referred by the P2. Okay. Now, here it is clear that the instance variable copy would be separate for the different object. Okay. So here, these are the instance variable. Here, these are the instance variable. Now, what about the static variable? Like here, we are having a static variable. Okay. So what will happen to the static variable? There would be a separate pool over here. Okay. Right. And inside that, you are going to have all the static members. Okay, like category. Okay, right, and whatever the category value would be set, that would come over here. Okay, let me show you how. So suppose I'm here in the main and suppose p1 is setting the value of category. Okay, category, right, is equal to, let's say, okay. What will happen that whenever p1 will do this, okay, the category would come over here, that is temp. So what happens that this particular static variable would be referred by the number of objects which are created in the system for that class. Okay, so here what is going to happen that let's have one more arrow. Okay, so this object can refer the category and this object, the another object, can also refer the category from here. Okay, so even though that the P1 has set the value of category, right, the P2 will get the same value that is set by the P1. Okay, here in the program, suppose here if I will try to do that system.out.println, what is the value of category for P2? Okay, at that time what it will do, it will is the value that is set by the P1. Okay, let me run this and let me show you. I am running this and here you can see that it is printing what temp. It is because of this. Okay, so what does it mean? That the static variable would be shared between all the objects of the system of that particular class. Okay, that means that the static object of the product would be static variable of the product class would be accessible or common among all the objects of the product class. Okay, so that is the static variable. Okay, now let's discuss more about this reference variable. Here that there are two reference variable, p1 and p2. P1 is referring one object. Okay, p2 is also referring another object. Okay, now I can create one more reference variable like this, that product p3 is equal to, let's say, p1. Okay, so here what is going to happen in the system, there would be a third reference variable created like this. Let me create the third one, p3. Okay, but where the p3 would be pointing, so here that as per this particular statement, that p3 should point the object where the p1 is pointing. Okay, so here that the pointer would be there between p3 and this particular object. What does it mean? Now this object has been shared by these two reference variables. If p1 does some changes to the instance variable like id or name, that would be reflected to p3 but not to p2. Okay, so these are the p1, p2 and p3 are the reference variable. Okay, more than one reference variable can point to the single object, that is possible in Java. Okay, right, I hope this is clear about the reference variable that we have. Okay, so let me show you that suppose now if the p3 changes something, let me show you that p3 dot, let's say, name, and if it changes to pqr, okay, that would be reflected to the p1 also. as though P1 has already set it ABC. Now it is going to become what? PQR. That is because of this particular statement. Okay, let me show you. I'm writing S out. Okay, so the name for P1 is P1 dot name. Okay, let me run this and let me show you. It should display what? PQR, not ABC. Let's run this. Okay, so here you can see we have a PQR. So what does it mean? It means that the multiple reference variable can point to the single object. Okay, so in the system you may have a different number of objects and different number of reference variable. That is possible. That's it for this video.